taken out of context.
Taken out of context.
Taking things out of context.
Out of context.
Taken out of context.
Taken out of context.
In the context.
We have more context.
Out of context.
Taken out of context.
That is so out of context.
And take shit out of context.
Out of context.
Deeply out of context.
You're taking it out of context.
Now, hey, hold on. So we're going to flesh this out because I don't want nobody saying we don't take things in context.
It's hard for your words to be taken out of context.
The full context.
In a modern day context.
Tell me the context.
Another important reminder as to why context is so important. So,
hello everybody, welcome back.
Straight out of
context. I am Barbara Ann. Fair use disclaimer.
Out of context.
Has more context than just the regular standard
creator.
Quick update on Britney Spears. She posts The Beast Within. I prefer to call it Spiritual Animal Awakening. It's been a long time for me. I know the wild ones more than anyone. Yet we're honestly all the same under our mask we secretly wear every day. Vulnerability, fragility, insanity, real innocence, but also confusion, depression, extreme hurt, anger, stuck in our heads. We go through all of these, and sometimes the spiritual animal is the only way to cross to the other side. It's the most unknown, powerful existence there is, yet it's usually defined as dangerous. This picture is clearly an understanding. Do not piss her off. Name: Exilla River Red Rose. I admire and look up to Madonna more than anyone. Wise, incredible, strong, and has remained gentle and genius. Again, do not piss her off. P.S. Explore page. Fuck you too. She's known for posting really bizarre off-the-wall shit, but this is the dress I wore for my birthday. Minnie Mouse was the inspiration. Telling people to check out the cartoon. It's like I turned 5 again, and I watch it every day now. She also posted sending this piano to my son this year. Interestingly enough, I dance on IG to heal things in my body that people have no idea about. Yep, and it's embarrassing sometimes, but I walked through the fire to save my life. I will never perform in the US again because of extremely sensitive reasons, but I hope to be sitting on a stool with a red rose in my hair, in a bun, performing with my son, in the UK and Australia very soon. He's a huge star, and I'm so humbled to be in his presence. Godspeed, little man. But she also posted this. Off the wall, on the wall, wailing wall, Israel. Either way, I found it off the wall. But it's the extreme mania, the manic episodes that she is clearly having, whether it be drug-induced, alcohol-induced, or just from mental health, mental illness, maybe not taking a medication. We don't know. We can speculate all day long. Constantly flashing her vagina or her breasts, knowing that her adult sons have to see this. Their friends, their girlfriends, their family have to see this on Instagram. Smacking her own ass multiple times. Doing really weird, very impulsive, very erratic physical movements. Sure, dancing is one thing. She can dance all day long, but this is not how Britney Spears was known to dance in any way, shape, or form. And she looks bad. And we've seen this time and time and time again. Not only do her hair extensions look absolutely atrocious. I don't know who is doing this to her or who is letting her go and make videos like this or go out in public like this or make any kind of videos to post to over 80 million people following you on IG. I just could not even imagine posting this. Her hair is very short and dark brown. Almost all of the hair that's on her head that's long and blonde is all extensions, but whoever is doing them, and the fact is, Britney Spears just sold her entire music catalog, the rights to all of her music, for allegedly $200 million. They also maintain, not only do they have the rights to all of her music, the masters to all of it, but her image and her likeness to be able to publish, license, copyright, sell, promote that music, because Britney is going broke. She hasn't done a lot of working. The biggest thing she had during her 13-year conservatorship was her Vegas residency. And then post-conservatorship, she allegedly got paid $10 million for her biopic, her book. But she goes to Hawaii, she goes to French Polynesia, she goes to Mexico like every 2 to 3 weeks, plus maintaining her properties that are in Hawaii, that are in Mexico. She sold her house and downsized. Sure, maybe that saved her a little bit of money, a little bit of homeowners association fees, but the way that she travels and the way that she spends, and it's really unfortunate because a lot of her behavior online in the last several years has overshadowed her true artistry, her real contributions to not only pop music, but the music industry as a whole. And the fact that she would just so willingly not want to maintain her music rights, sell them for $200 million. You don't get to have those rights back once you sell them, meaning she's never going to be able to make money off of her own music ever again. And sure, $200 million sounds like a lot, but is it enough to last Britney Spears the rest of her life? God forbid anything happened to her. And we don't have to look far. Marilyn Monroe, Elvis Presley, Prince, Michael Jackson, Janis Joplin, Whitney Houston, all enormous celebrities who have had alcohol and drug issues and unfortunately never were able to get clean, were never able to stay sober. And it's really like we're watching the train wreck. We're watching somebody slowly decline to the point where she is going to end up not here anymore. And that's really unfortunate because Britney Spears has 2 sons who will probably both go on to have their own children one day. And I can just see Britney Spears loving the fact that having granddaughters for her would be like having the daughters she's always dreamed of having and have never gotten. And it's really sad to see that it's like she's just given up. It really is. It's like she's just given up and life is not worth fighting for anymore. And of course, you don't have to look far to see what's on the table and all of the alcohol that she drinks all of the time in the background of her videos. You can clearly go and look yourself. But her physical ability to spin in circles for hours and hours on end is really screaming something else. And that something else is methamphetamine. Now, this is solely speculation and in my own opinion, because she's never going to let anybody see her buying or using methamphetamine. But I think that the signs and symptoms are there that she's using methamphetamine. And you would be very surprised how many people in Hollywood truly are. And it's really sad because Britney Spears could have even all of the shit that she has done on social media the last several years to destroy her reputation. The fact that the Free Britney movement was a complete scam, even though she should have permanently been canceled. Britney Spears is the one person that truly could make a comeback and be successful at it. Unlike Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, who is copying from Highgrove Garden and the Royal Collection Trust, where 100% of proceeds for both go to feeding schools, charities, soup kitchens, and the poor and homeless. Her brand, as ever, is her copying what they do in the UK, except for she's trying to make it like this American version. But 100% of all of the money goes back into funding her and Harry's lifestyle. The really funny part about this is that on Instagram, she is paying and running these ads, marketing her brand as ever, but they're showing it on videos of people who are on drugs and homeless. And the irony did not pass me by. The woman in the video is clearly poor, and yet here's an ad for As Ever, created by Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. As Ever welcomes you to come spend lots of money on bullshit that's not even good, plagiarizing King Charles III and Highgrove Gardens. Because she's a social climbing sociopathic narcissist who doesn't have an original bone or idea anywhere in her little body. Yet Britney Spears is the only person on planet Earth that could make a comeback better than Meghan Markle. Despite and regardless whether or not she has bipolar disorder and she's not taking any medication, despite and regardless if she's taking methamphetamine or other street drugs like cocaine, whether or not she is or is not abusing prescription medication, and clearly mixing it with alcohol, which we see open bottles of all the time. We've seen her drink and drink and drink all the time, which is her prerogative. I just really hope that she's being careful because we've seen this way too much in Hollywood. And the craziest part is even with the 27 Club or Dead by 28, most Hollywood celebrities that have died from drugs and or alcohol consumption, overdoses, they were actually older than that, especially in the last several decades. But I had a cousin who was very addicted to methamphetamine, and she looked very much like this. I've even heard people refer to Britney Spears as crackhead Janice, or even comparing her to the doll from Rugrats, who looks like she's on crack. I don't know what's going on with her, but I really pray for Britney Spears, and I pray that she is able to get sober, and that she is able to turn her life around, and that she finds some kind of peace and happiness. Because this ain't it. I've also been doing some work behind the scenes in regards to Britney Spears for a friend who works very hard covering her behavior, her actions, words, and choices. So I'm hoping in the next couple months that I will have all of that research complete. And maybe in the future, I will be able to share some of that, because some of the things that I have compiled or have gotten, I first and foremost have done it solely to help aid somebody else. But I've also been running into some issues because Britney Spears is still being protected by several different law enforcement departments. She has had over 17 run-ins with law enforcement across 7 known jurisdictions spanning across 3 different states. Yet she never gets in trouble for anything, even when she's doing something wrong or illegal. But pray for Britney. Pray that she gets sober. Pray she gets clean. Pray that she is able to turn her life around and her reputation and maybe her career, maybe salvage her career, make a comeback one day, and really focus on what this is doing to her children. But until then, I'm going to keep trying to do some research, trying to obtain a few things, and pray that that has good outcomes. Because I am so tired of evil. I am so tired of false idols. I am so tired of mentally disabled or mentally ill people just unhinged in Hollywood, in the music industry, getting paid millions and millions and millions of dollars for nothing. But I'm also tired of being gaslit and manipulated by Hollywood, because it's not talent and it's not hard work. It has never been about that. If it was that simple and that easy, you and I would wake up in a $14 million mansion every day too.
Call a spade, honey. Keep making content.
Let me know what you think in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. Please like and share. Don't forget to smash the subscribe button, and God bless you all.